Alright, hope everything is good. At least I hope so. Please let everything be good, Lord. Maybe I need to turn my mic up. Oh, 1 second. I can barely see my screen. I see the name though. I see you, Vermilion. Okay. Is the skin a Rochi? Yeah, that's a Rochi. Also, my apologies if you like hear me eating, because like I kind of just finished a workout and I'm really hungry. How you doing, Shaquille Oatmeal? Love the name. Day's been good, man. How about you? We do get a new character this season, though. It'll be late, though. We get a new samurai. Oh, hey, warrior. Yeah, we get a new samurai at the end of the season. And then at the end of the year, we get a new... What are they called? Outlander, yeah. I almost said Warlander, because I looked at Warrior's name. The Warlanders is crazy. Character needs to be assassin? Honestly, yeah. We need more than hybrids. Assassin, heavy, something. We just need to stop adding or spamming hybrids. Yeah, I'm wondering as well. I'm hoping it's a good one.
Everything that has to do with Year 8, Season 2, TU1, the Muramasa Blade. But first, Nolan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, Brian. Thank you so much.
Look, why does Ubisoft always have like the music volume incredibly loud and then like the like people volume incredibly like low? I'm not understanding.
It is
Season, like, that's insane.
our 30th season.
Yeah, that's
30.
that's a big number.
Yeah, I turned 40 on Friday, so 30. 30's good. I like 30.
Wait, last Friday?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, happy belated
Oh,
birthday.
thanks.
All right, so happy birthday to Brian.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a dad.
Woo, man, all the big
Yeah,
news
all the
coming
big
out.
milestones.
big
We got
one.
30 seasons of For Honor.
Yeah.
I got 40 years on the planet. About to have a new little guy. But yeah,
The little warrior coming in soon.
speaking of things dropping into the world.
Oh, that's right. That is an excellent segue, Brian. So
Part of me is scared to turn up the volume because they're just gonna blow our eardrums out.
I love Twitch drops. All right, I talk about it.
And it's gonna
every
piss me
time.
off.
You out there need to love them as much as I do. So please make sure that before we get any further into the show, that you link your EV Connect account to your Twitch.
Honestly, warrior, yeah.
And such a witness today, you're going to get a scavenger crate. And at the end of the show, we're going to pick some lucky winners to win a grand prize of either a 100k steel or the brand new hero skin, which is looking really sweet.
So make sure your accounts are linked and that you're redeeming those rewards. Every single den I see in the chat, when I reread the chat, that someone's missed it. Someone's like, oh, I forgot to redeem, so do it now.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah, but we've got a lot to cover in this den, so coming right up, we've got all the Year 8, Season 2, DU1 details that you at home want to know about. But first, we're going to kick it off with a kick-ass trailer that was shown at UB Forward yesterday. So for those of you
True, they are really weird.
didn't watch UB Forward or didn't see the trailer before it was supposed to come out, take a look now.
Oh, CND. Alright, I like seeing that. Oh, it's Orochi. Okay.
I remember a time of peace, of cherry blossoms and summer winds. Another life no longer meant for me. Bushido called in the shape of a blade, the last of its kind. Our enemies are legion.
Wow, so we got a good map for, or a good version of Sanctuary Bridge. I should say cool looking version. Wait, hold on, that armor is really cool. That's the new armor we're getting? I think?
But 1,000 blades cannot match mine.
Yeah, so this season it's Wulin and Samurai. Does that animation look new? Hey, let me see the Tandy armor. Let me see the good old Tandy armor. I know it's not what we just saw. Millions of players is kind of wild. I don't think so. That must be a new Kyoshin execution. So we're getting a Kyoshin Hero Fest. Wait, hold on. Oh, hold up. What? Dude, hold on. What is this? What did we just see?
Send your armies. I will be waiting for anything and anyone.
What kind of... Okay, I like the execution, but... yeah. I'm mind blown. Yeah, that must be new pirate armor? I don't know. What did we... that execution, the fist fighting?
Hope you enjoyed that trailer. Welcome back.
Yeah,
We're
that-
joined by JC.
JC's out this fast?
Welcome back to the den.
Thank you.
Is
Still
it-
alive, by the way. So.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, Say?
So kicking, that's good.
Yeah,
And how
really
are you?
happy to be here. Really excited.
How you
to talk
doing?
about all that we have
Wait,
to
they
talk
brought out
about today.
JC
That's
this
really good. If you
soon?
weren't excited to be here, that would be
JC's the trump card. We're not supposed to bring him out this soon.
It's so cool. It's our 30th season, right?
It is.
It's amazing. Like
Big
30
3-0.
seasons of Max over there.
Yeah, because he's been every single one.
Every single one.
For colleagues having pizza while
never
we have
missed.
to work.
Exactly.
The man is a machine.
Amazing.
Max the machine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to talk about all the things, all the details for Year 8, Season 2, TU1.
Wait, so that execution is probably coming Thursday.
Tell us what we
Because that seems to be when the new season starts.
So there's a lot of stuff coming for this season. So in title update 1.
Oh, new armor Thursday. Okay.
Legacy Pass, armor variations, a launch event. Hero
Oh.
skin, right, Matsukatashi, you're going to tell us about him.
Yes.
Awesome looking stuff.
You better.
We have the competitive circuit starting. We have 3 Hero Fest.
I want the
events.
Orochi hero skin, but I don't play Orochi like that, so I'll just get it later on.
Event, which is Carousel of Fire. In TU2, we have our new hero. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that hero in my life. I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
Have we created
Of all the
yet?
people, you
We
would
don't do that the week.
I did something weird. Yeah, I did something weird with my spaghetti. I don't know what it is. I think I added some form of like something new. I forgot what it was.
super hype. I'm pumped.
I can't remember what the hell it was, but it's throwing the
let's talk
taste
about
off.
Lore, because every single person in the chat is a lore fiend. So
I don't know if every single person's a lore fiend because I feel like 90% of the For Honor player base has not touched the campaign.
The show is over, right?
Yeah.
That's
Why-
the only thing we
there's
talk
nothing
about.
Who plays Orochi anyway?
Why would you be here? So yes, some lore. As you know, the first season in that year was a knight-centered season. We had 2 skins, the Unsung Knight, the Edi Auditore skin. And now, this second season is a samurai-centered season. We will be exploring the core values of the samurai.
I've been
through
seeing
a
speculation that the
legendary
next
weapon
samurai
called
character,
Muramasa Blade.
well, obviously the next samurai character because he's
And
like
the wielder
at the end of the
of
season.
that,
Anyways,
blade,
I've been seeing speculation that he'll have a
Katashi
spear.
or Orochi,
I hope so.
Looking.
Oh, I thought that said Master
Looking-
Kakashi.
That's clean. I like it.
Oh, that says
So, I heard you
Katashi. I
mention
thought that said Master
Kakashi.
Kakashi.
Saw him.
I barely play.
So I'm assuming this is our new Orochi hero skin.
Absolutely, it will be available in 2 days.
Oh, your second son. Dude,
but,
congratulations.
what I really, but let's talk about a bit about how he looks like and what's his story. So let's start with the blade. This is what we do when we design something new in For Honor. And in this case, we got inspired by a real Japanese history and a real swordsmith called Sango Muramasa. This Muramasa
Yeah, Tonfa would be really
our
cool.
lore, was a legendary swordsmith. He created blades that were extremely deadly, elegant, and actually so deadly and so good at killing that they were considered.
Oh yeah, Highlander got a skin. That skin is really cool too. Yeah, I saw the Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay. I'm really hyped for it. It looks like probably the best modern Assassin's Creed. And by modern Assassin's Creed, I mean like Origins to, well, Shadows. It looks like it's going to be the best.
No, for real. There are some swords. that are
But
like,
I did notice some, like the blocking and parrying and like
So
dodging.
yeah, the blade.
That was
The
exactly
blade,
like something
what
from
the
Ghost of
samurai did
Tsushima.
with
I'm not
these
gonna lie.
blades, the Muramasa blades that this swordsmith
But
created.
That
is
doesn't
they
mean it's
decided,
bad. I still like it. It just
okay,
looks
these are
pretty much
two
exactly
binders,
like
two
Ghost of
vendors,
Tsushima, and I like Ghost of
cannot
Tsushima.
leave them there,
So,
they
I
decided
mean,
to
I'm happy with
destroy
it.
all of them. But Muramasa was unhappy that his life's work would be destroyed, so he managed to get all of the shards, or mini shards, and from them, in secret, he forged a new one, a new blade. Yes, one to control them all. And this new Muramasa blade, the last one in existence, is a concentrated version
Yeah, Shadows
of
looks
all the
amazing.
blades. It has all of the deadliness, all of the sharpness, all of the elegance, but also it brings so much bloodthirstiness out of you that, well, it has the power of an army, but also the bloodthirst of one. And it has the long.
Oh, that's what they were going for? Oh, okay. Then, I mean,
Absolutely.
that's good.
And it has fallen in many.
They did a good
bad
job with
hands,
it.
Or it has corrupted the hands of the many wielders it had in the samurai history.
That reminds me,
Into
because I hate doing comparisons, but did anybody see the
hero skin.
Indiana Jones game?
This Master Katashi.
Everybody was just calling it Uncharted,
is a man
which
who
is funny
exemplifies
because
the values of
when Uncharted came out, everybody was calling Uncharted Tomb Raider.
patience,
So it's like,
calm,
you just can't win.
Discipline. A man who works on himself a lot.
I'm surprised nobody said Far Cry. I mean, the game's in first person. It reminded me of Far Cry, not Uncharted.
Will be out in 2 days.
Yeah, it looked pretty nice. I mean, it's not something I would pick up because, I mean, I'm not a huge Indiana Jones person, but it looks, you know, it looks nice for people who like
going
Indiana
around
Jones.
Samurai lands, trying to help people, and one day in the village, he killed a brigand chief, and he took the blade from that man, the Muramasa blade.
It looks
And
pretty
instead
good.
he sensed the potential of the blade.
I was, well,
Potential to do good,
I shouldn't
but
say I was
also
surprised they added the whip because
able
that's kind
to
of
do bad
iconic
to
for Indiana
people.
Jones. But
Him
I can
being,
fix it.
yes.
I'm actually surprised it's a game, to be honest.
Changing.
I can fix them.
Yes, because he is such a special Zen master. So he manages him alone to have only the good get out of that blade, and he decided to use it.
Yeah, I only play like Indiana Jones as well.
realm of the
Isn't
samurai
Uncharted
warrior.
supposed to be
There's
like
plenty
Tomb Raider
homeland.
or Indiana Jones?
There are very few access points to
Probably.
this homeland,
I never
and he has positioned himself on one of these.
went too much into the,
bridge,
what's it
Saigon
called?
Bridge, and here he has,
I'll just say lore, well,
defended
developer
the
lore
bridge
of
against all
Uncharted,
enemies
but
for years.
I just
Doing
kinda
this, he has
put that
enhanced
and Tomb Raider
the
and
legend
Indiana
of the
Jones in like the
sword.
same category
He
of
has
like
enhanced the legend of the bridge to
advanced
that is
urban
now a
exploration.
It is called the Bridge of 1,000 Blades because
I know somebody who does urban exploration. That stuff looks pretty cool, but it's dangerous. He used to do YouTube. I asked him if he was going to like upload some of the stuff, and he said he could, but he's got to wait like 2 years to upload it because like some stature limitations thing.
Japanese story. And we were, of course, inspired by real Japanese teams.
Yeah, Warrior. I was thinking something like that too, because I already know this skin's gonna come out. Orochi's already a really popular character,
But still,
so now people are gonna get this skin, and then they're gonna try to ego high rep Orochi's like
we got
you.
good
So
eats. We got good eats. We could.
yeah,
Yes.
So, for those of you who want to
good luck with
more
that
about
one.
Mr. Katashi and who he is and what he's about, check out the short story
Everybody pray for Warrior.
on the website in 2 days. The skin will be out on the 13th for $11.99 US dollars or 25K steel. The Bridge of 1,000 Blades. I believe we have some map realization, so you can realize just how many blades are in this map.
Yes.
So, Ralph, what can you tell us about this seasonal theme and what players can look for in the realization?
So I told you that for this season, we got inspired by Japanese culture. It's the case also for the event team who has created the map realization. This season
Oh,
it has
damn.
been designed
Wait, keep
to
that in the
provoke
game. I like that.
Curiosity and to have the players poke.
Oh, I also- well,
poke their imagination to try.
you guys can probably already figure out, but like
This is a real
the reason why I mentioned
Japanese
why we have
thing
to
once
mention the
again.
statute of
As a
limitations
Samurai
thing,
Center
because
season, we try
with
to
some of the urban
grab
exploration
two
stuff,
main
by
inspirations.
technicality, you're
One
not
is
supposed to be
note,
there, and that is illegal. So, you know,
And the other is the
Yeah.
yes,
NOH.
NOH.
you're technically filming yourself doing something illegal.
Beautiful, inspiring, and it speaks
Well, in the
to
areas you're not
and
supposed to
it's
be
the
in.
same thing for our second inspiration, Zen Garden. So, what you have in these two things is that the storytelling, the emotions are
Isn't that one of the cool
translated
girls?
through symbols and metaphors. In the map realization, you will see.
I will
a lot
never
of
use Orochi
elements
again,
that
like-
represent something much more meaningful than what they appear to be. There is a message behind it. You have it on the bridge itself with red petals on the ground. that
So what happens when we get ledged here?
blood, blood spilled
Do
by
we
the
just
enemy
fall into the
samurai,
sand?
spilled by the Muramasa blade.
That's gonna look kind of goofy, won't it?
You have also the katanas in the vista that represent the defeated enemies, the 1,000 blades. And there is
Yeah, after the
another
hero skin, it's gonna be
creative
kinda crazy,
duality.
so-
The fact that you have an equilibrium
Damn.
that is coming from
We got the Hitokiri,
themselves.
Hero
You have
Fest,
this in the
which
vista
was,
in the
you know,
Zen
pretty
garden,
toxic.
where
And then
you have
after a toxic
calm,
Hitokiri Hero Fest, we're getting an Orochi
and
skin
in contrast,
to
you have
maximize the
on bridge
toxicity.
the battle, the everything that's happening there with the blood being spilled. In general, I would say that you can expect to find hidden meanings everywhere in the map, and I would be really,
time.
yeah, no, history time, no. We've done a lot of history here. I'm here to represent the dozens of people who have worked on the art side, on the narrative side, on the map realization side. We are here, we're the one talking, but there are many people behind
Yeah,
that are doing the
There's
work.
a lot of people
So
behind all
big-
of us that work extremely hard.
Yeah, big shout out to the team
Esports?
who worked on map realization and
You know what?
collective work.
I feel like they intentionally did
I
this
love
because
the
they
Zen
knew we
garden,
weren't
but
watching
I
that shit.
wanna know how long it took whomever to rake all the sand to make it look so
The
nice.
next hero, they did show it on the screen. I forgot the date, but the next hero is at the end of this season, or like the mid, not the end, but you know the
I'm done.
middle section of the season. Yeah.
Then it wouldn't look as good. That's the problem.
But yeah, everything looks great. It sounds great. But
I didn't see
speaking
your
of things
comment.
that
Yeah,
sound great,
Hitokiri players are
we've
very
also got a battle
annoying.
pass and a legacy pass coming your way in just 2
Hito
days.
can be played
So
with
let's
literally just
take
one
a
button,
look at
and you
everything.
don't need to do anything else. It is crazy.
We skipped the in-game menu realization. Thank you, Max. Let's take a look at that real quick. So we've got Master Katashi here posting up
On his
looking
bridge.
slick on his bridge.
Off screen it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And you got a nice peep at the world map there as well.
Yo,
as
minions look cool.
Our minions, which are looking very, very shonen, right there. But yeah, it looks great. So let's take a quick look at the Battle Pass and Legacy Pass offerings. So first up, we've got Battle Pass for Year 8, Season 2. Here you can see our battle outfits. We've got the Masterful Mask and the Masterful Calm. And I believe there's some elements of...
I mean, I kinda do like the color scheme, yeah.
Faces like change depending on the angle.
Absolutely, you'll see it especially in the Mask of the Moon effect. But here you have the duality and you have the Zen element that is being.
But show me the weapons. Show them good old weapons.
These creations by our art team.
Yeah.
And no masks are really interesting. You can see some of them. Like,
Ain't nobody putting that thing on. I'm
no,
telling you that right
depending
now.
on which angle you're looking at, so no performers would have these masks on, right? And they would kind of change they would tilt their head to show different expressions.
Yeah.
But it's super cool because you look at the mask and you see something, like okay, and then you see the person turn like, oh wait, that's completely different, and it looks really awesome. Like honestly, it's I've looked at it a little bit.
Kind of like a Morphe. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
kinda
It's
vibe.
amazing.
But
Actually,
that's
that
not
was
all.
a good
We've also
season,
got,
yeah.
Any
Oh,
More,
that's the date,
which is-
25th.
that's
Okay.
the OG. Oh, it's a signature first. They're out of order. Yeah. There's the podium. Then we have, I believe we have, did we already see the trophy head emote?
Ooh, okay, those are cool.
This is
There you go. We got
this
some
is the Woody
effects. They're out of order. Oh, no, I'm out of order. I'm reading the list wrong. I'm reading the list wrong.
Exactly.
That's on me. That's on me. But yeah, next up we got Execution, Mega Super Combo Punch. I love this one.
Yeah.
I
Good
saw some
lord.
people, being sassy about it on Reddit yesterday, and I was like, nah.
This is gonna take so long, though. That's the thing. This execution is so
Yeah.
long.
And then
I'm
we
getting
have a
it,
sneak
but the
peek at
execution is so
weapons,
long.
Which we'll get a full look at later. So we've got Glad here with the Master.
If you do that to somebody in duels, you're getting a message. I'm telling you that right now. People in duels hate executions, unless it's like the final round. If you do this round one,
let's take a look at
in
Legacy Pass
duels,
stuff real quick.
you're pissing somebody
First
off.
up for the year 4 Season 2 Legacy Pass, we've got a pair of battle outfits. We've got
Ooh, yeah,
Horcrux
that effect would be
Hero,
good for
Horcrux
Nobushi, yeah.
Crystal, seen here on everybody's favorite Blindo the Clown and Mr. Griffin. And then we've got Horcos Fealty Ornament. I've always liked that one. It's like crispy with the coming out the eye. It's good to pair with the one blue eye effect. Then we've got Horcos Trophy.
No, actually,
Finally,
on another
that
thing,
I
if you
thought
do that
was
execution in minion lane,
and then the Horcos
I can't help you.
seen here.
I'm not sitting there for 12 hours while you finish your anime execution.
And then,
You better just
quick
do
look
something
at
quick in
some
minion
weapons.
lane and go about your day.
Horcos,
I'm not
we
sitting
get
there all day killing minions
Venom mood effect. And then
so that you can finish your movie.
Sunset of Horcos weapons seen here on Varangian Guard. I'm crushing it today.
this looks so good.
Yeah.
It's a big list.
Every round in duels is crazy.
But wait, that's not all. There's more. We've also got a free event pass coming your way, in which this will be live from June 13th to July 4th. And here are the rewards for it. You can get the battle outfit Enduring Harmony, looking crispy there on Mr. Holden Cross. And then we've also got an ornament, Winds of Endurance. I quite like this one. This one looks real good on some Warmonger shoulders, a couple other heroes. And then we have Samurai effect, or Samurai Endurance effect, shown here on the most Samurai hero we could find. But it doesn't stop there. We've also got armor variations coming up for the Samurai, the Wulin, and the Outlanders.
Ooh.
Here's a quick
Ooh.
sneak peek at those armor variations,
I'm-
and then we'll roll the full
I got mixed
set,
feelings about
later
that.
in the show.
It looks
And,
clean. I think I can do
just a
something with
reminder
that.
Before we move on, for year 8, armor variations will now be coming into U1, and weapons will be coming into U2. So we switched that up, if you remember, last season, and so just a reminder that that's how it works now. But JC, Raphael, thank you so much for joining me on the den.
That's so much
For
suffering from
all
it.
of the deep lore, the deep magics, because you were there. You were there when they were written.
Oh yes,
No, I
was
was.
there 3,000
I'm
years
the one
ago.
who-
Oh, stuff for Nobu, not suffer. Dyslexia, my
I
bad.
don't know, but like,
Oh, is that why? Is that explain this?
Yes, all the
Oh,
blood. Yes.
okay. Got it. That's why I'm lightheaded. So stick around. We'll be showing all the Battle Pass cosmetics during the transition, and then after that, we're jumping into esports. We're going to talk esports, all the things. So don't go anywhere. Check out the video. We'll see you on the other side.
Wait, what is this, Doom? Hold on. I mean, I guess it looks kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I did not expect that. I feel like they missed an opportunity with Conquerors to make it like a ball of flames or something. I feel like it'd be better without the bull on it, to be honest. I'm getting the battle pass instead of diapers. Okay, let's see what the samurai got. Okay, I like that. That's a really nice one. Yeah, okay. Kensei's got something good. Well, Rochi did too. I mean, Rochi's is basically the same as Kensei's, but like smaller. Okay. They cooked. They cooked with these. These are some of the best I've seen. Wow, yeah. They cooked with this theme music too. Yeah, not a single bad weapon so far for the samurai. Let's see the Wu Len. I'm hoping it's the same. Oh! Okay, I like it. Okay. Oh yeah, you're getting a whole lot of stuff for Nobu. Ooh, John Who's looks good. This might as well be your season for Millie. Okay, Pirates looks nice. No, I don't really care for his. For Medjay's. Afira. I mean, Afira's does look good, yeah. I like the shield. Ocelotl. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, armor should be next, right? Oh no, we gotta go through the esports update. Y'all know goodness well they put esports in the middle because they put it at the end. We would just not watch it. A Nobu buff? Yeah, I mean honestly, people have been wanting it, and Nobu is really weak, so I'm pretty sure Nobu like is one of the weakest characters in the game now since Highlander like left her. It was Highlander and Nobu, and then now I'm pretty sure it's just
Welcome back,
Nobu.
Warriors. I am joined for the very first time on the Den by Anthony, who this is the first time. You've never been here.
Yep, very excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do on For Honor? For those who have never met you, who is everyone?
Everyone in the chat.
Everyone. No one's met you, except for the two guys.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the
I like esports,
product
though.
manager on the For Honor Den.
I like him when they're not
work
For Honor.
alongside, our tournament organizers.
So mainly just like
Tello, who I'm sure you're all
I'll tune into like Halo and Tekken.
You better be.
That's about it.
They're
Love 'em.
everywhere.
Love them.
I will not tune into a Call of Duty esports, to be honest.
The Info Hub.
I tune in sometimes to Overwatch, really just to see who's playing Genji, if anybody's playing Genji, which usually nobody.
But yeah, Anthony, we've got a lot coming up this year in For Honor Esports. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what's coming with the competitive circuit?
Sure. Yeah, I'm very pleased to announce that we have a competitive circuit coming titled Friend or Foe, and it's beginning in just 3 weeks. So.
Okay,
very
1v1,
soon.
2v2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Super exciting. Can't wait to get into the details.
I'm excellent at math. Or maths if you're from across the pond. But yeah, so what can you tell us about the circuit? Kind of how does it work? Because I think we've had things like it, but never all of the things that are in it.
Yeah, so it's heavily inspired, and it took into a lot of account of from previous years, even more particularly like the previous tournaments that we've done, like Into the Fray. So that's our 4v4 Dominion. We also did a Dual Frenzy, which the response, like the overwhelmingly positive. It was super awesome.
I didn't even know if
the
2K had a
circuit is
competitive
really,
scene.
Based off.
Oh,
off
that's
those
interesting.
learnings. But yeah. For
Oh
this
yeah,
circuit,
I love
Friend or
Tekken
Foe,
tournaments as well.
It'll be 3
I'm not good
phases
enough to like
with a
ever
total
compete in
prize
them,
pool
but
of
yeah, I love Tekken
$17,000.
tournaments.
That's a lot of scratch.
A lot of schmackers.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and break it down for us?
Yeah.
And how these phases will work.
Yeah, for sure. So phase 1 will be a 4v4 Dominion tournament beginning June 29th. And we'll run similarly to how Into the Fray ran. So 4 open qualifiers, 1 closed qualifier, and then series final weekend. Yeah, that's like generally how it's going to run. But we tried to spice things up.
Why didn't they,
and allowed.
did they already name something For Glory? Because I feel like they could have named a competitive scene For Glory,
Don't let this
since we already have For Honor.
fool you. This man loves spice.
We're basically going to allow the top 8 players from phase 1, so the finalists, since it's 4v4, we're going to allow them to break off into pairs and form new teams and enter the closed qualifier of phase 2, which is going to be a 2v2 tournament. These players that are forming new teams are inevitably going to be facing off against each other again.
Friend against friend.
Exactly.
Brother against brother. Foe against foe.
Exactly, got to find out who your real friends
Now
are.
I know why I named it.
Exactly. Moving on to phase 2, this will be a 2v2 brawls tournament sometime happening in season 3. 4 open
Yeah, true.
qualifiers,
I didn't know.
Closed qualifier, and this is where the winners.
I just haven't really
play, but also the
I should have
finalists
figured, but I haven't really paid
of phase
attention to
one playing. So
2K
the teams
because
that were formed are getting
every time I heard about 2K,
this closed
it was always like
so,
somebody screaming over something. I don't know like what exactly was going on. But I've been in a party with
Hardcore brawl.
people playing 2K, and they're always just like
Hell yeah.
screaming.
That's it.
And so, I'm
So I don't
assuming
know.
there's a similar, like, theme
For Glory is For Honor 2.
finalist.
You know what? Yeah, they could be saving it for that.
Basically, the top 4 players of phase 2 will once again be split and enter the closed qualifier for phase 3, which I mean you can all see.
Sports
is
is- oh, well, that explains the,
tournament,
screaming.
will be happening sometime in year 8, season 4.
Nice.
Yeah, basically the entire circuit is culminating here. Ex-teammates are going to be.
Yeah, I thought For Honor was really
entire
toxic.
tournament,
When I heard 2K players
only
like
one
talk
player
about
is really gonna
2K,
walk away
There can be only
as
one.
the
that was
champion
that
of
was
Friend or
pretty
Foe
toxic.
circuit. So
Nice.
looking forward
See
to
what
it.
you've done.
Yeah.
It's a reverse pyramid. That's like a. So it's
And I've heard people be toxic in like Monopoly too. That was crazy.
Marketing.
Red means go. No, this all sounds super awesome, and honestly, I can't wait to see how it plays out because there are characters in the competitive scene
course.
that you're like, oh yeah, when you see their names come up, you're like Nemesis.
Oh, that's not.
You're
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, I kind of know how that's gonna work out.
Well,
But
I think I've just been around the wrong 2K player.
Oh yeah,
I'm super here for.
it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I think I was just
wanna
around the
see some
wrong
hair
2K
pulling.
players,
I
and
want to see some biting. I want to see some people get irritated. with each other.
'cause I have heard some
In
things,
esports,
Lord.
a little bit of
actually
drama.
pull hair or bite.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Kind to each other. Good sportsmanship.
Beat each other up in the game. You know, like that's where it'll happen.
And there's more, though, because for those of you who are viewing and tune in to, or participate, excuse me, for those of you who participate, the viewing is another thing. For those of you who participate at all,
That reminds me, I know Kenzo streams 2K.
Rampage of the Yokai.
It's random, but
This is
I
simply
remember that
just
because
for
people were wondering like,
participating
where's
in any of the
Kenzo?
3
But then like,
phases. So,
I follow him on Twitch. He's usually just
no matter
like
where you
streaming
participate,
2K.
Friend or foe, you'll unlock.
He's on 2K more than For Honor, I believe.
So sign up for phase 1 are live now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, at least it should be. And yeah, the chat's right here. So there's the link. Chat's over there. And yeah, if you if you don't have teammates, join the For Honor tournament Discord and check out the Looking for Team channel or LFT channel, and team up with people, have a blast. The link to the tournament Discord should be dropping in chat right now. I don't know if we have another one. But if not, it's in the chat over there. Knife handed. But yeah, we've also got an article rolling out that details everything. So if you're like, I missed some of that, or like, you know, my dog was making noise, I didn't catch. And
you watch Kenzo when he does 2K?
Be back with JC.
Yeah, so he's got a good following when he's streaming 2K, so I'm glad about that.
A fantastic first appearance.
Thank you.
Mike would be proud.
Love Mike. Love that guy.
For all of you at home, stick around. We're going to take a look at the armor variation full video, and then we'll be back with the Lord and Savior of For Honor Balance.
Oh, he screams in his For Honor video. Yeah.
So don't go anywhere. Check out these armors. Fashion.
Okay, I don't, you know, I mean, it looks nice, but I didn't want that chest piece for Kensei. The meme killer? No, I haven't heard of him. Who is he? Oh, Nobu, that looks really good. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I don't think I'll use the helmet, but I'll use the chest piece. And the arms. I can use the arms for something. Oh, 2K was the multiplayer game you've been on. Oh, okay. For me, it was Dark Souls before For Honor. Dark Souls and Xenoverse. I was about to ask, where's the... Oh! Ooh! Ooh, that looks good. Hold up. Damn, and I just made a new outfit for Genhu too. Might be able to revamp Firelord, I don't know. Yeah, that armor is really good looking on Nobu. Oh, Outlanders did something too? Okay. So question. Does the hair change color? Because I see the hair is just white. So will that change color? And if so, that means Nobu's hair will change color. That's very interesting to think about. I figure it's had like the same two armor variations. It seems. They're giving Nobu like everything but a buff. I like how I said that before the patch notes even like rolled out. What's gonna be in here? Another Hitakiri buff? Four in the showroom?
Welcome back, Warriors.
You mean like have like JC
joining us
and
once
Bro
again
on the
on
right
Hangout. And thank
or
you,
left?
JC,
Lord
for coming
directions.
back. We missed you in that last segment.
Yeah, I know.
What's the showroom?
Because I was tired.
A little, yeah.
Actually, what I want,
You good? You got the energy
since
now?
they want
Back up. That's
like
amazing.
duels,
Well, JC,
not
always
duels.
a pleasure to have you here.
Since they
Always a
want more
pleasure to
maps,
bounce
what if we? So you know the Guardian rooms in Breach.
Always there.
What if we turn those into duel arenas?
That's great. And,
Have
and
my
you-
legions of fans.
That way we
you know,
can, like,
everything
kinda
is
use
great to, you know,
I know they're
Some
everywhere.
aspects
We love
of
that
Breach
you're all out
maps
here, so
into
that's great.
out on the street, everybody on the
Do they? They
uh,
celebrity now.
They ask
duel
you for
maps.
balance on the street.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, please fix
Granted,
this.
they'd have to, obviously change some things to
I say yes,
some of the Guardian
Yes to
rooms, like the
everybody,
one
that's
on
right, like, absolutely, that's not how it works. Please don't.
Kazan
That's
Castle,
how it
or like
works.
really small.
But
But
we do have quite a few notes to talk about today. Some really cool
more
stuff,
Orochi and
so,
Shinobi nerfs,
let's
I wouldn't doubt
dive
it.
into JC.
Let's dive into it, right? So,
Hidakiri buffs.
again,
We saw Hidakiri was doing,
doing something we have to
less damage than we wanted, so we decided to fix that.
feed balance.
Whoa.
So, just to give a bit
Thank
of a
God.
heads up, you might have noticed that we didn't talk about testing grounds
I did notice this.
in the schedule, right? The reason for that is because we were actually going to put a bunch of, like, all we're going to be talking about for
Oh, that's okay.
into a
That
testing ground.
place looks like the
But
back
then as
rooms.
we
We're about
were working
to
on
brawl
it,
in the back
we decided, well,
room.
you know what? We can actually just push this live and do it now instead of going to a testing ground. We were very, very confident with these changes for those. So we're like, we're going to do it now, and then instead of like testing ground and pushing it.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Stores Stronghold, I believe.
we want
Yeah,
to
that
do
one,
things
I think.
to get pushed right now. That would be good.
Nice.
Right, so let's go over it. So for tier 1 feats that we're looking at, right? So first we have Ki. It deals
A
80%
gravity
of the
pole.
damage. It
Is that
usually
Shaolin's?
deal at like 120 or something. It was always it was guaranteed to put you out of stamina every single time, right?
Yeah.
So at 80, what it does is at least you have to think a little bit more when you're going to use it. I paid the price in a PlayStation we did earlier this week, where I put it and I forgot that we had did that balancing change, and then oops, somebody wasn't out of stamina, and I kind of wasted my feet. It's not a total waste, but it's still it's not as useful. So really, the idea here is we want to
Brawl in the back rooms while the entity is hunting you.
Then we have Sinister Shield, so Blackbriar is tier 1. So
New game mode confirmed.
it's been overperforming a bit. Blackbriar is very, very strong. His feats are extremely strong.
Oh,
And
now
this
we're
feat
seeing that
needs to be balanced a
Blackbriar's
little
feet
bit,
are
that
strong.
First, you have to sacrifice a bit
Oh,
more
it's a
health
Fira.
to
Oh,
give
okay,
the
okay.
shield. The shield, the amount that you give is the same, but Blackbriar has to pay a bit more of a cost, right? It's easy to heal.
Oh yeah, that is tier 2. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Much about it. So with this, like, it just again, it's a bit more of a price to pay, and we also lowered the duration of the shield.
I don't know how I forgot I used Shaolin yesterday.
8 instead of 10. So again, like lowering it a little bit so that there's a bit more risk to using it. There's a little bit less reward as well, but it's still a very good feat.
Yeah.
Shields are good. There's a lot of good stuff that can be with shields. So that's amazing there. Cool. Next we have Gravity Pull, which is a Furious tier 1. So two big changes to it. First, it deals 15 damage instead of 20.
Okay,
And
15.
we've also increased
And
the
increase the
cooldown.
cooldown.
90 seconds. I used to be 60, right? So Afira is overperforming. Again, we've been talking about it a little bit. Her feats are a big portion as to why she's a bit too strong right now. So by changing that feat, it's very useful. Right?
I hope we get an Oathbreaker nerf, dude. I hate it so much. I hate it so
It's
much.
hard to react to for a lot of players. It guarantees gank setup.
Yeah, or deletion, yeah.
By lowering the cooldown, one of the big things that it does is that normally at 60 seconds, it's one of our metrics. Typically, you get into a fight every minute-ish.
This guy, that feat did not belong in the game in the first place.
Whatever. But you get into a fight every minute-ish. So that feat was available pretty much every single fight. At 90 seconds, it's every fight and a half.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit, you have to think a little bit more when you're going to be using it. You still unlock it really early.
Right.
You're still going to use it quite a bit. But there's going to be that downside there of you have to think about more when you're going to be using it. And the damage being lowered also kind of impacts a lot of the ganking potential and the damage potential out of that feat. So again, like a nice little change there. A bit of an
I don't use anybody with Take Shelter,
Finally, we have
so.
Take Shelter, which is Varangian's tier 1.
Oh, okay.
Is that right? I think.
You did, yeah.
Awesome. I kept messing it up.
Listen to it.
Yeah, right. So her first
Fury
thing,
Flask getting butchered?
was
That's a
healing
dream
for
come
10
true.
Every time you super block, we're lowering it to 5. It's a change that we were potentially going to do for launch. We were a bit concerned with the power.
Oh, the Highlander feed, yeah.
The feed is pretty good, right? Varangian
That thing melts
in
the
a good position, generally like a very
the
strong
Ram and
hero.
Breach.
But feats are like that feat specifically was a bit.
No, I rarely ever see
Bringing it down
Nobu's
to
tier
5
2.
should be a bit more equal to. It still heals more than a lot of healing feats. It has more healing potential than a lot of feats have throughout an entire game. But at 5, at least it's cut in half. so it's still going to be good. It still cleanses. So
The one thing I want them to do, which they probably won't, I want them to touch up on corruption, mainly for like breach, because corruption on the commander lasts, you know, a little too long still. So.
Let's look at tier 2 feats. We have one change here, which is Juggernaut. So
Oh my
Juggernaut
God, that is a
remember,
big nerf to Juggernaut. Oh my God.
Juggernaut is exactly what matter. So we're nerfing Juggernaut. So two things, right? The damage reduction is now 20%.
And then boom, no booner.
We increase the cooldown to 120 seconds, up from 90. The big thing here is that like Juggernaut basically you would just pop it. We wanted to keep the armor on it, by the way. Right? When you pop Juggernaut, you get like full.
Oh, it does
armor
50
the whole time you're
damage?
attacking, so you're
Oh
very,
wow,
very
I never knew that.
punished. But the big thing here is by lowering the damage reduction, you take a lot less favorable trades.
Yeah, that is
Still
pretty
20%,
strong.
you're still generally favorable, but less favorable than 50%. If I'm gonna throw a heavy at you, you're not gonna take 12, right? You're gonna take more, so that makes a big difference there. And also making the cooldown a bit longer. Make sure
Juggernaut is an L nerf.
you're gonna pop
I'm
it.
loving it.
One thing here that looks like it probably.
Oh goodness, I'm loving it. Even though I have like access to bashing every like
And
0.2 seconds.
shooting stars
I'm loving it.
very, very quickly because we're aware that defeat has an issue with hitting the same target multiple times. It is not the easiest thing to land, and we debated a lot internally as to do we take shooting stars, nerf it to the ground, and make it do 5 damage, and feel extremely bad in most situations, like 95% of situations.
Yeah, it is pretty
account
strong.
For the edge case that occurs once in a while where it's gonna
Especially in the what was it?
And
I'll
we
just say in
decided to
breach.
keep it as is for now,
Wait,
because
that's
we're
it?
Looking at reworking the feat entirely, so that the issue just cannot
I
happen
think
anymore.
because the coming up thing
But
showed
that's
up.
not
Usually
right
that's
now.
like
So I wanted to make sure I address it
at the
I'm
end,
not
unless I haven't
ignoring
been
it.
paying
We know it's
attention
a
this whole time.
problem. We are
But yeah, in
gonna
terms of like
fix it, we can
breach,
change it. But for now,
you know,
we
let's say
really
Warmonger
should
popping
not
corruption,
kill it
Armusha
just
popping
because, we
Jug.
get it at 5 damage. And it's
Yeah,
like, you
GG's.
throw it, and most of the time,
You've just
don't even
lost.
see your opponent's health bar.
As soon as that third or the
So
second
even
gate
as a tier
breaks,
2 that felt
GG's.
really, really, really bad. So we wanted to make sure that it was still, usable when you're playing matchmaking. We know the feat is banned in competitive anyway, so it wouldn't have much of an impact there. It might have gotten unbanned, but then it wouldn't have felt good anyway. So that's kind of like the idea here. Okay. For shooting stars.
Oh, that's not it. I'm
Next,
just
tier
silly,
3
a
feats.
silly goose.
So we're gonna be happy I'm-
Pugio, the oh my goodness,
The last one, but-
Oathbreaker, yes.
So
Wait,
first, a fear again, Speeding Comet or Unique Tier 3.
Yeah.
So we've
Oh,
lowered the
okay.
damage by 10, so you said deal 30, now it deals 20, and the cooldown is also 120 seconds.
I just saw Oathbreaker. I didn't read it until I read it.
Speeding Comet is
I didn't
very,
read it until I
very
read it,
strong.
obviously.
Guarantees a heavy afterwards, guarantees a wall spot if there's a wall nearby. You have a lot of damage output, a lot of ganking potential. You have full.
Wait, that's the
block
Shaolin feat. Yeah, people wanted that nerfed.
Right, so we're taking a first step here by lowering its damage by 10.
Well,
If it
invigorate.
needs to be nerfed
People, I've been seeing people wanted that nerfed.
if we can nerf it
Fury.
more. Same for the cooldown, right? It went from 90 seconds to 120.
Okay.
You won't be able to use it as often. Normally, when you get your tier 3 feat, if it's a 2-minute cooldown, you can expect to use it maybe twice.
Thank the Lord, I can breathe
generally. So
around
it won't be as
prior
prevalent
players
as it
now.
was, hopefully, and then the total effect of it is also a bit lower, right? Lowering it by 10 damage, it makes a difference. It's not a huge difference, but it's enough that it impacts the feat quite a bit. Next, we have Pugio.
Oh my goodness.
So Pugio was doing a bit too much damage on top of everything else it does. Guarantees a fully charged heavy, guarantees a bunch of different things. So with this, lowering it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see Oathbreaker in like actual gameplay.
Makes the feat, it feels less bad when you get hit by it, right? And then you don't get like slaved and like not saved, but like you get eliminated and pushed down to death like really, really easily. So we don't have to really change that. We have Fury as well. Fury is the infamous.
You need
Fury
to
fast
use it
combo
before
or
they
Fury
pop
whatever
Venge.
combo. Very, very strong. So we decided to nerf both aspects of Fury. So the damage buff is now 20 and a damage reduction buff is 20 as well. So the combination of Fury and Fire Flask is going to deal less damage. And then the damage reduction you get from Fury as well, it should be a little bit lower. So it's a bit more in line with other buffs that we have that do like multiple effects. It's still strong, but you're not gonna. It's gonna be hard to one-shot people when you have Fury active. Yep. Cool. Invigorate, Shaolin's.
Yeah, Shaolin players are screeching
so
right
again,
now.
Invigorate kind of is in a weird spot where Shaolin for a long time was not like the best hero. We've buffed Shaolin. Is now much more playable, which is amazing. But at the same time, Invigorate was a bit of a problem, right? It heals for 8 and cleanses everybody whenever you throw an attack in key stance. No matter if it's blocked, if it's parried, if it hits, if it misses, you are always healing for 8 constantly. And so
Yeah, I guess it
before
is kind of a
wasn't
nerf
as
for it,
much
because
it was
instead of it being
harder
buffed by
to
like
get to keep
35,
staying
it's
in
now
key
buffed by
stance.
like, well,
But with
20.
the flow changes we've been doing to Shaolin like in the past year or so,
Yeah.
the hero is much stronger. And so because of this, you go into key stance a lot more often, and then that healing at 8 is a bit too strong, right? Compared to Varangian, that heals for 5 now, and every superior block, and those happen super often. At 4 here, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to like really lower the efficiency by half. So it still cleanses. You can still get a lot of healing off of it, just not as much as you used to.
Okay.
Finally, Oathbreaker. So Oathbreaker is Funbreaker, basically a lot of the time, right? And we understand that it's a lot of, but it's a lot of what we've been saying, right? So the original intent for Oathbreaker was to effectively counter revenge shields, right? That was the main issue and the main design goal for Oathbreaker. But when we initially designed it, Noel was one of our like amazing designers who was working on Black Prayer at the time. We tried it to just remove strip shields, and it didn't feel that good because you're like, oh, you have to time it a lot, and then somebody pops revenge and whatever. So we decided to go. You can pop it a little bit earlier to prevent shields from applying. Turns out, long term, it's better if you just strip shields.
Yeah.
It took a while. We decided, we were talking about it for quite a while. How are we gonna adjust this? And there was like really 2 ways of going about it, right? Either we strip shields or we prevent shields from being
The
applied.
tinfoil hat
And we
theory
decided to keep
about the
this
armor?
shield stripping overall.
Okay.
So now, for Oathbreaker, like what the line actually says, is you can no longer prevent target.
The armor itself looks like tinfoil.
So again,
The way they or the with the colors they showed on
the way
it.
it works is, I see you got your revenge, you haven't popped it yet. I'm gonna do Oathbreaker on you. And you can still pop revenge,
Right.
but you're not gonna get your shields at all. It removes a lot of the decision and a lot of the timing with the feat when you prevent the shield activation from happening. So instead, what it does now is I have to wait until you pop revenge.
I was thinking that too, yeah.
You can
Especially when they
wait
showed
revenge.
Nobu and
A
Pirate
lot of
with their
times
hair being
to
white.
kinda counter
It made me
it's a
think
bit
like
more
changing your
counter-
color palette would change their hair as well.
Keep
So
it
like,
there. And also, right now we have a known issue that we're still looking into, like if we're gonna keep
Ooh.
it as is, which is that
Yeah, that's really good.
Normally, when we do our feats, we check for can you act is the
I've been
feat-
waiting for them to add that change so that we can
So,
like
in
have
this
multiple
case,
materials.
You can still trigger the feat if the person you're locked onto does not have shields. So meaning you can waste the feat. We're gonna look into, do we keep it this way? Do we put back the condition? But we wanted to change Oathbreaker at this moment specifically because it's been overperforming. A lot of complaints about it. I completely understand.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like we're addressing it and going in that way. We're gonna keep an eye on it as well and see if we need to do like more to it as we go along.
Makes sense.
Finally, tier 4 feats.
Oh, Fire Flask.
So Fire Flask is a Viking unique feat.
And Spear
that
Storm.
Deals, so the way Fire Flask works is that when you throw it's kind of like catapult, right? There's a middle, and then there's like it kind of expands. And the damage from the middle started at 50 and it expanded all the way, I think, to 20. So we've lowered the maximum damage to 30, and it expands to the same value, which I think is 20, but it might be 10. I'm sorry, I can forget things sometimes. Getting old.
Oh, come on.
That's how it works. But basically is, because of this, first of all, the initial impact of Fire Flask is going to deal less damage.
Good lord, that's a hefty number for
because the
Spear
curve
Storm.
still stays the same. So if it was at 50 and it drops off to 20,
Yeah, yeah.
then
From
the closer you are
70
the
to
middle,
30
the
is
more damage you would take. You would take like
that's a
closer
big
to-
change.
Now you're going to take closer to 30, which is much lower. It's like 20 less. So the initial impact plus the nerf, rather, nerf to Fury means that Fury Flask should give players more time to be able to run out of the fire, go heal, go cleanse,
Yeah.
and lower the efficiency of that specific feat combo. But even if we weren't going to nerf Fury, Fire Flask still needed to be nerfed there a little bit.
Oh my god.
We're going through it. Spear Storm, right? So Highlander had Spear Storm. It wasn't that much of an issue before because Highlander was not necessarily very competitive. With the recent rework, there's been a big uptick with Highlander. There's still some issues that we're looking to fix in terms of like input comfort and all that sort of stuff. But overall, the hero is much stronger. And so we had to nerf Spear Storm, right? Spear Storm, when it was dealing 70 per wave, could effectively one-shot pretty much everybody,
Yeah.
right? If you get hit by the first one, the other two are more or less guaranteed, and you would take like 70 plus 70 plus 70, you'd be dead. No matter if you have like a bunch of perks and feats and whatever. So we're lowering it to 30. It's a massive, massive decrease, but the total max damage you can deal with this.
Oh, I wish I could see Twitch chat now. I have a feeling they're exploding over that.
Like, this is a big change for Highlander. This needed to happen because that feat was just, you're dead. And there's nothing you can really do about it. On top of it being hard to hear from external, it comes in pretty quickly. It's like, it's, because there's other heroes that have feats that do almost instant kills or whatever.
Yeah.
But the difference is
Yeah.
you do a lot more
Yeah, I don't see anybody using Spear Storm now.
Have like those feats that if you're going to be able to deal a massive amount of damage,
Every time you used it, I already kind of knew I was
you
dead.
need to be able to
Because once you heard the sound
it's
effect,
a lot easier to just throw it.
yeah,
Nobody
GG's.
saw you and you're dead, right?
Yeah.
So that's the big idea here. Nerfing Spear Storm, that goes. Finally, we have Fear itself. That decreases the defense of opponents by 40%, down from 50. So it's a smaller nerf on Fear itself, but Fear itself combined with a bunch of other feats ends up being like a little bit too strong.
What are Highlanders tier 4s?
Holy days of
I don't know how
having
we're,
sharpened blades and Fear itself and just going, hey, I'm gonna
what all three are, other than like Spear Storm.
that was fun,
They were
but
fun for a while.
I think he has Fire Flash too. I don't know what the last one
it
is.
was like top tier. So by lowering that a little bit, it lowers the effectiveness of that feat. Not by a massive amount. We're going to keep an eye on it again to see where that goes. So that's it for feats. So essentially, yeah. So this was supposed to go in a testing round.
Yeah.
And I think we can all agree that we can push all of these live. We don't need to do a testing round for this.
Yeah. There you go. And so
All right.
enjoy that.
Yeah. Right. And then we go into a little bit more of a hero balance.
Okay, we got more. More.
Hero
Ooh.
changes, right? So Berserker. Berserker is a very, very strong hero.
Oh.
we know that there's,
Oh wait,
like-
what is Ghoul's Embrace?
And so what we're doing with Berserker is first we're lowering his
Oh, Hidokiri nerfs.
5.
How I love Hito nerfs.
Reason being that like with the new dodge cancel, all that stuff that Berserker has now,
Oh, Champ's Aura,
there's a
okay.
lot there's less need for trading with the hero. It's still part of his identity. You still have the armor.
Orochi Akensei skin?
So that's why the HP is like 125 instead of 120, for example.
In a sense, yeah. I've been
But,
seeing everybody wanted that for Kensei.
You need to trade less, and so we're comfortable with lowering his health a little bit to make sure that works.
Fire Flash,
The
Champion's
second
Aura.
change
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Important. It's a test that we're doing on Berserker. If it ends up working, we're going to look at it. But we're aware there's an issue with
What is Spin Chop?
attacks and 2 dodge cancels, right? I've been seeing a lot of players like talking about like they're problematic. Part of the issue is that because they're enhanced, you can never really stop them. So if I'm playing Berserker, I can use them offensively.
Oh, Zerk's Zone. Oh,
side
okay.
Dodge, target swap, do the attack, and then I'm gonna be doing abusing my trajectories.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
Hit
weird.
people that can't parry me, that can only block me, and so you can use it really offensively, which is not the actual purpose that we want to.
So just keep your guard to the left
what we
then.
did is it's no longer
Got it.
enhanced, including on external targets.
We killing Hitos with this nerf, yeah.
Max to sim over there, right?
All the 3 characters in this picture, I hate them. I'm not gonna lie, I hate them.
And do the attack. If Max
Obviously, mainly Hito.
spins
Alright.
up,
I hate all
I'm
3 of
going
those.
to bounce off of him, and it's not even going to reach you. So the idea here is we want to make sure that if somebody bounces
Orochi doing Storm Rush wearing a dress is
anyway,
crazy.
it will stop the attack entirely. Like I said, it's a test we're doing.
That's
If
crazy.
it's effective, it's going to work. If it doesn't work, if it ends up being like
It's the dodge
frustrating or
attack?
whatever, it doesn't end up doing what we'd like it to do. We'll look
Oh,
at it
yeah,
and
that is
be able to
huge.
Change things. But that is one of the big things that we want to look at here is to try to figure out a way to not remove the dodge cancel at the end. We like the dodge cancel part. It's interesting.
It's a you Shinobi's.
Cohesive, right?
Right.
If you say this hero can dodge cancel every attack.
But what is
exception-
Ghoul's Embrace?
While it might seem like, oh yeah, it's an exception, it's okay. It adds a burden of knowledge, and it makes the hero like less cohesive. So we wanted to make sure that it's a lot more understandable. It makes more sense. It follows the rules. So we'll see where that ends up. It might not be correct. It might be correct. I honestly do not know. We've tested it. We've been debating it quite a bit internally. We'll have to see. But we wanted to try to push a change at least to see if that was a step in the right direction without doing a testing ground, because it takes a while for that to be able to come back and for us to reintegrate it. So again, it's a test, but it should be good.
Okay.
Next we have Shinobi. So you might remember in the previous patch, we removed the ability to backstep every single superior block attack. Like every attack that could superior block, we can no longer backstep them. Shinobi had that issue. Even though he doesn't have superior block on backstep lights, you could use backstep lights to counter, to poke, to do a lot of defensive maneuvers that we didn't want that to happen. Not to mention you could backstep light into sickle rain, to a bunch of different things. Sorry. Allergies, my throat is a bit rough these days, but it's okay. So we've removed the ability to backstep those neutral lights, so that Shinobi has to be a bit more on the offensive here.
Yeah.
The next change is Ghoul's Embrace, which is the ranged heavy attack after kicks. It now deals 30 revenge, up from 14.
Holy hell.
So we know
That's
the
Ghoul's
problem
Embrace?
with Shinobi is that there's a lot of ganks that you can do that kind of reset the hit stun constantly and go into it. We've gone over it in the testing grounds that we've had a while ago. We're still investigating like how to finish that testing grounds and like how to apply the tech. Seems to be been pretty promising, but there's still a lot of work to do, so it's taking a bit of time. So in the meantime, we sort of have to do these little patches here and there to make sure that to lower the effectiveness of those ganks. This is why that deals 30 instead of 14. We've looked at increasing the revenge amount on like a bunch of other parts of his kit, and the only one that actually made sense was this one, so this is where we applied it there.
Nice.
Again, we're going to keep a look on how it works for Shinobi, how things evolve. And
That was not that big of a deal?
adjust further afterwards.
Okay.
Next we have Hito, so one change, but a major one. So Charge Mangetsu and Charge Endless Myriad, which is basically just a
Interesting.
they now deal 30 damage instead of 34. So initially, the
Oh, it's still
core
triple
makes
heavy
it
without it.
super
Okay.
slow, very, very long wind up. Takes a while to get there.
Oh my
Then over
lord.
time, as Hito has picked up at the higher levels, we've noticed that like they're very, very used in gank situations to guarantee a ton of damage, like later in ganks and stuff. So with this, we decided to like still leave it high, right? 30 is still kind of like
And Nobu buff now.
we're trying to hit that as we're
Maybe in the next, because, you know, it's part one.
We're trying not to go
Maybe the next
above
one
it.
we'll see Nobu.
But 30 still deals a significant amount of damage, but still not 34. It might seem like it's only 4, but when you
As long as Shinobi starts off the gank, it's fine. Okay.
A bit more. So it makes a bit of a difference here. Should be a bit less effective when you're trying to gank with the Hito on the other side.
Nice.
Next up, we have Ephira. So Ephira
Nusha.
has a bug fix, but it's also like a balancing fix. So normally, just to give a bit of context here, when you have
Astro
heroes
Flip
that
no
can
longer
dodge,
bumps,
not
okay.
every hero can dodge, right? But when you dodge with a hero,
Alliance Roar no
you have
longer.
enough
I'm assuming that's just a
flexibility
punch in the face when he grabs you.
bump
Like when he just
minions
bashes your
that are
face
around
in.
you to make sure you can actually dodge when you're in minions. And
Right.
be more
Increase
dodge.
forward range.
So there was a bit of a bug that
Okay.
slipped by with Ephira that also let her bump players as well. And this
You can't
caused
feed if there
this
was no
issue
tag to start with.
where there's like
Okay,
some
yeah, that
weird
makes
thing
sense
to do,
then.
But basically, Ephira can just astro flip into opponents, bump them, and then guarantee more damage afterwards, which is not what we want to do at all.
Ephira is just a circus character, dude. This is like a whole circus act they put in the game.
Right?
I swear.
That, I get like almost every day. I get somebody I get Sam from one of our teams, who messages me, goes, look, we have like this, that issue. Like, you know, how are we going to look at them and all that stuff? Because, you know, they don't. It's not always obvious for everybody. Not everybody.
I have a whole Looney Tunes character in the game. That is
So
madness.
contact me on almost daily basis, and then we talk about them. This is one of the issues that was put in the bug reporter. One thing to note, right, is that the bug
Nerf
reporter
Nusha for
bugs,
team fight.
it's not for feedback. If you want to give feedback, there's a million other channels to give feedback, right? I'm on Reddit all the time. I love seeing the threads on Reddit about like a bunch of different things. That's cool.
I think I'm good as long as I don't see a character that I play in these.
Yeah, one of official forums, whatever. If you want to give out bugs, bug reporter #1 pick.
She said I'll take a PK buff as well.
Yeah. So, okay, let's keep going. Centurion. So Lion's Roar, which is like the light follow-up after a guard break. It no longer requires strict timing. We've been removing those as time goes, so you can just like mash it. It's going to come out. A little bit of a quality of life, but still makes a bit of a difference. Then Peacekeeper, we've increased the forward range of your side dodge attacks to be more in line with other attacks that have that. So it's not a massive increase, but it's enough that, like, normally when you do a side dodge into a heavy with Peacekeeper, like, she barely had any reach forward. So players could be like a little bit too far away and would miss a lot. So this should be a bit more consistent now as to when you're going to.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Good for PK.
So that's going to be interesting. We're also looking at other buffs for Peacekeeper after what we've done to see, like, to improve her flow a little bit. So this is going to be maybe coming in the future. I don't have a date. But just to make people, just to reassure people, we are looking at Peacekeeper. It's one of the things we have in mind. So keep your eyes peeled and get good stuff coming. Finally, we have Nusha. So there's two things with Nusha. One of them is more of an input comfort thing, but the other one is something that we're going to be talking about on the next slide as well, is their heavy finishers no longer apply uninterruptible stance on the victim. So basically, if I had landed a heavy finisher on you, and then you kind of, it grabs you, it pins you, throws you against somewhere,
Yeah.
during the entire duration, you had armor.
Right.
And so because of this, you can take a bunch of hits, and it doesn't go into
You know, I never really noticed this because I only see like
things because you're not
one Nusha per eclipse.
tanking
So
the
like,
hits. And so it was a little bit problematic. It wasn't really necessarily needed, so we removed it. And then you will see as we go along, there's a bit of changes that go into that as well. But we also adjusted the input comfort for follow-up attacks during heavy finishers. So what this means is when we removed reflex guard, there was a bit more leeway as to when you could land a heavy finisher, do a wall splat, and then like buffer like a top heavy, for example, to make sure you would get your attack going. And the input buffer was a bit bigger because you could change your guard during your recovery. But when we removed this, we removed the ability to remove it, to change it super quickly, and it made the attacks way harder to kind of pull off and to land. So we really extended.
yeah, and well,
You can throw
I guess GG's to like the three people on the planet that play
and it
Nusha.
will come out at the end on frame 0 to make sure that it's a lot more consistent there. So it's like nice little quality of life change there for Nusha.
Nice.
Should go well in 2 going further.
There we go.
And then finally, this is the last change we're doing. We have removed uninterruptible stance on guard breakthrough victims. So a bit of history here. About half the cast did it, and the other half of the cast.
Yeah, I agree. Her damage is like nuts.
So we've decided to standardize it because it made no sense. It was a weird inconsistency that.
Especially if a Nusha catches you alone with that 1 feet.
Where
Yeah,
we tended
that's
to
crazy.
Put armor on a lot of attacks when if you got hit out of them, the realization of things, right? How the visual outcome of it didn't look super good. So we
The people say Nusha does no damage while proceeding to like erase your entire health
over
bar.
time, our stance on this has changed because we realized as we evolve, playing the game ourselves and watching players play the game, and as we like working on it, it's not really necessary, and we rather take the hit and realization to have better gameplay. Because this, what ends up happening is that sometimes, if I had a hero, I would throw you, my allies would wail on you, and nothing would happen. You would just take full damage. Some other hero, I would do the same.
Yeah, just don't get hit.
Reaction.
Just play perfect.
Right. We're not gonna list because it's like half the cast. It's like you know, we're gonna be here.
Asaurus, trust me, bro. She's weak. She doesn't have a
but
bash.
Really, like the important thing here is we've standardized.
The Nusha
it so that
copium is
if you
crazy.
throw somebody and they get hit before they hit a wall, before anything happens, they're gonna go into hit reaction 100% of the time to make sure that these are no longer like weird ganking tools that are kind of like really character specific, but just to make sure like this is super clear, it was not intentionally character specific. I don't want people to come in and think, oh, this was like, you know, something that specifically I did on like this or that hero. It was relics of the past and on how we build heroes, and we wanted to really rationalize it and go look at it and go, okay, this is no longer necessary. We don't want to do it. This is how it goes. So it's a slight nerf for some heroes, and for the rest of the cast.
And I think we even challenged you out there, like who knows which heroes had these?
Exactly,
Like,
right? Like you can.
Like I didn't know that.
Now
that was the thing.
Some people are gonna go and they're gonna.
I know they're gonna call me out on it. I know. Like, I've been playing the game since launch. I didn't know that.
I know, right? So that's the thing, right? So that's kind of it for balance changes, but like a pretty.
Yeah, next is it, isn't it?
That's a
It's
lot,
just a
yeah.
wrap up.
That's a lot.
Yeah, super happy about it. Again, any comments anywhere you like it, you don't like it, you can tell us. I'll be happy to read every single comment.
Yeah, I kind of want those figurines they got on the wall, to be honest. I want one of good old Tandy.
Maybe don't always read every comment though.
I
Like
should-
give yourself some break.
Probably-
Wait, is that Tandy in the background?
Probably should stop.
And on the left side?
I'm addicted to it.
I know you are.
Amazing.
Oh,
That
man.
looks like him.
Well,
By the helmet?
I hope
To
you
the
all
right of the
appreciate
helmet?
how addicted he is to feedback on this stuff too. All right. And again, don't forget about Bug Reporter out there too. If you do find those bugs, you know, we really appreciate that.
Nope, no reworks.
Very useful to us. So all that feedback is great. So thank you.
L
And,
nerfs.
JC, thank you again for coming on, helping to explain all these in such great detail. You always make it super clear and
I mean, I
understandable, like,
guess
the changes, why they're being made, and it's
I mean, I
very
guess
enlightening. So
Zerk
so
could
much
be
for that.
less
Very
annoying, but to be honest, my whole
wisdom
strategy with
and
Zerk was
insight.
like,
On
because if I'm in a
all
team
balance.
fight, and this goes for Orochi too,
Happy season
I just
30,
wait for the
that's
dodge attack.
Cool. All right.
It's
so
not like they can
folks,
feign
stick
it.
around, though.
So
We're
just
gonna be right
wait
back
for
here
that.
with the
That's all I
wrap-up,
really
so,
did.
Don't go anywhere.
But I mean, you know. Yeah, Warlord has only had a dodge attack change, hasn't he? Well, recently. Me crying in my room because no. I will say some of those feat changes were pretty good, because especially Oathbreaker. Goodness gracious. DI as well. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything to Warlord, to be honest. Wait for the stream. Oh, yeah. Usually you're early, John. Look, I've been tortured by Warlord enough. I don't want to see Warlord like stronger. Yeah, I was thinking they might have done something for Nobu this season, but I guess no. Good Munderhug? I don't remember that. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I don't remember that. It's been a while since I played the campaign. What they need to do for Warlord is give him the Stiganders bear helmet thing. Sleep wouldn't let me make it for the stream. Oh no. Because that's one thing Warlord players have been asking for years. They wanted that bear helmet.
And we're back. Здравствуйте, everybody. How exciting was the 30th season reveal?
Pretty awesome. I like the move.
The Wire. The Wire.
Move there. Nobody saw it either. That's the
Yeah.
important thing. As long as we don't draw attention.
The Wire is the best. This Wire, HBO's Wire.
Hey, Purple, how you doing?
All the wires. We
But
like
yeah,
wires.
exciting stuff for the new season. The Muramasa Blade is going live in just 2 days. 2 days. I think that might be the shortest between.
I mean, if you are looking for Warlord stuff, though,
I kind of like it. Yeah.
the next season is
So,
Viking
yeah,
stuff, so who
so
knows?
just
You
quick
might get it
recap
there.
What we got going on here? First
It
up,
wouldn't
we have
surprise
Battle
me
Pass,
if they
Battle
were,
Bundle,
like,
and Legacy
if they were to
Pass,
change
all
Warlord
starting
and they
on
waited until
13th,
the Viking season
as well as
to do something to the Warlord.
Pass,
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
1,000 blades.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
And we're supposed to be getting a Viking skin as well, which I'm hoping is either
Available again,
Valkyrie. Weird saying Valkyrie at the same time, but I'm hoping it's Valkyrie or like a Thor Yorm skin, because
we do want to clarify.
you know it's coming out around Halloween, I believe. So one of those two, I would love.
We've also got armor variations for the Samurai, the Wulin, and the Outlanders.
Those look good.
Yeah.
Those look like really good.
I feel like everybody won.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we've got a competitive circuit, Friend or Foe, starting June 29th. That's just 3 weeks. That's super soon. So get your sign-ups on now, because they are live. You can sign up right now.
I can't wait to watch because I wish I could play, but
Yeah, I wish I could play in general.
yeah.
But
You're pretty good. You're pretty good, man.
no, I'm not. I'm not.
I mean, you're
no.
no, you're good. You're
No,
fine.
in real life maybe, but not.
Okay.
No, in the game I eat all the things. And then we've got a trio of Hero Fests. We've got Kensei,
Ooh, Kensei Hero
Shinobi,
Fest.
and Kyoshin. Shout out to Max for the spiffy asset, so you can keep the dates straight in your head, as well as we've got a throwback.
Didn't he kind of like?
Carousel of Fire coming on July 11th.
Ain't it a little too early for a Kensei Hero Fest?
Carousel.
I do too. Carousels are great. They usually go around.
Well, both in For Honor, where there's
Yeah.
lots of murder,
Mhm.
which I'm I can't say.
You're a fan of what now?
I like in the game.
Yeah.
And then I also like a nice carousel. It's the music that gets me.
The music's always pleasant on there, yeah. And I like Max's liked his image too, so now people can just like take a nice screenshot.
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
and have
Can't
it.
wait to see it up on the Reddit. Don't let me down, guys.
Yeah, we got this.
Guys and gals.
All the players out there, all the warriors out there. But hey, guess
Oh yeah,
what?
I know
We got some
Kyoshin
content
was getting one because the intro.
So in 2 days, June 13th, we got some amazing stuff. So first of all, some retrofit content for you all out there. We noticed that there was a little lack of music in some of our recent heroes, so we thought we'd go through and retrofit some amazing musical instruments. So the Bard's flute, Bard's harp, Bard's horn, and the Bard's lute. Coming for all heroes who were missing them, so lots of Outlanders.
Cough drop commercial.
That's right, get the Ricola, right? That's
Oh,
the-
we're not saying.
We're not. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. The Rick's favorite cola that he drinks all the time, and I didn't say anything different, so that's great. Don't at me, please. Beyond that, too, we have a time-limited illustrious outfit coming next week. The Summer Claws, which.
Oh,
crab. For 20K, so it's
I
a
also
crab.
just thought about something.
It's so cute.
Doesn't he do a back?
Which is wait, we gotta do so. That's.
I think a new Prince of Persia. No. They're remaking Prince of Persia Sands of Time. So maybe the Prince of Persia event will come back.
And here's the best. You get the execution. He does a flip.
He does a flip.
It's the best.
He did the flip.
It's amazing.
That's flipping awesome.
It is the best crab themed mog.
I'm gonna have to play the campaign story
We
again
have
to see
a
what
time-limited execution
Good
coming,
Munder's
2 days as well. The Kunai
hug
Blast
is, because I do
available
not
for
remember.
10K
I'm gonna have to
steel.
look at that.
And it does ledge.
It ledges. It's a ranged ledge.
All right.
It's everything I've always. It's everything I never knew I always wanted.
Right. It's throwing kunais, it's explosive tags, it's ledging capabilities and all that stuff. It's great. So
Yeah. So if you see a certain someone in your lobbies who's just profusely ranged ledging people, it's not me.
Yeah, they said,
not
I think they announced it
But
yesterday.
it might be him. So.
But yeah, Prince of Persia Sands of Time is getting
so that's
remade.
great. Of course the hero skin, which we saw. That's
Warrior Within? That would be
super
interesting.
sick.
I know a lot of people want another
We
Splinter
have some
Cell.
event orders coming up for the week as well.
Oh, also complete your orders, people, because I think on Thursday, any order you'll have equipped will just like go away. I saw something about that. So if you have orders in your inventory, go complete them now. Get your steel, because if you wait till Thursday, they'll be gone, and new ones will be there.
Of course, also the arcade weekly quest will be available, the Sao Mesa Celebration on Thursday, so check that out. And a small reminder out there that for all of the... Oh, wait, you're doing that one. Never mind. So
No, it's fine.
I thought I saw my name
FYI.
on the notes. My bad.
FYI, reminder, because of some back-end stuff, orders will be reset on June 13th.
Yeah,
If you
that.
have any in progress, make sure and wrap them up now
Wrap
so
it
they
up.
don't get reset. I saw some confusion on the subreddit around this. People were like, what does that mean? Are they going to take away? No, if you've completed the orders, you're fine. It's only if they're in progress when the maintenance happens. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. They
Yeah, we
get reset.
just want to warn people. of it.
So just make sure your orders are cleared out, that you've got them all complete, because if they're active and you're like halfway through it, it's going to get reset, and there's not really anything we could do to prevent that, so we're trying to make sure you guys know about it. But I think that's everything for the recap, all of that.
Yeah.
It's time for Community Corner.
Community corner.
Nolan hasn't seen these.
I have not.
I have. Let's take a look at them.
I'm excited. It's my favorite part of it. I mean,
I did.
Community
we
corner.
got our live picture
Here we
Yep,
go.
that is
First
Warrior.
up,
The one and
opening
only.
is all I need.
The Lawbringer God.
Okay.
I met him when he was playing
I like this one
Lawbringer.
'cause I feel like this is
What am I watching, Lord?
mostly when I win, this is how it goes. Most of the time, I just.
Oh, he got the parry.
Yeah, that's all he needs. That's all he needs.
Lord.
Parry.
Oh,
I can't say he's panicking. He's panicking.
Lord.
There it
the
is.
brown pants.
What is this?
Never
Right.
give up.
Bronze
Never give
5
up, all right?
gameplay.
It's not over until it's over.
Never stop, never stopping. Next up, we got Juggernaut versus Fire Flask by I Got Bone from the subreddit. Yes, I know that's not your name. I did that intentionally. I'm not saying that. You gotta change your name. The Zerk deflect goes.
Oh,
I just want to give some Berserker love. I feel like anytime that we spotlight Berserker, all the mains jump into chat and they're like, "My guy,
He's got some of the sickest deflects. Did you just throw a hand axe at him too? That was a great end to that. Just
Nice.
make sure you got the ledge.
On top. And just some silly For Honor things. Just some silly For Honor things.
I love the art, like all the fan art people make.
Our
for
art
games.
community is unmatched.
It's really good, yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, that gameplay was
Weird stuff.
insane, and then they clipped that too. That's
You know
wild.
the ones, but
And here you saw it on the title, but we've got your average Lawbringer mirror match. This is just how these things tend to go.
it's just a lot of parries and follow-ups and parries.
It's
Again, the important
These
thing-
boards are going
Never
crazy.
Stop, never stopping. And what is more the embodiment of that than Lawboy versus Lawboy?
The worst
fighting
heroes
for
are
who's
still the
most
worst
boy
in-
of the law.
I appreciate that at this point in the match, they are both in on the joke and they're committing to it. They're
I know. I love it. I love
There
it.
it is.
Oh, there we go. Finally, the suffering is ended.
Oh,
well
okay. I see what
played,
you said
well
now.
played, all of you.
So I really have a lot of fun. I know a lot of us here have fun looking over all of the submissions. It's something that I love to do for the community, just to shine a light on all of the awesome things you guys post. So if you want a shot at seeing your stuff featured, always post it to the subreddit. It's not going into the void. Myself, JC, a bunch of others are always
Oh yeah,
creeping.
well, he used to play Lawbringer. Yeah.
Sometimes-
But in a nice
Sometimes
way.
we pop out and go, "Hey, remember I exist?" And then we go back to lurk mode. But yeah, so I think I think we might raid someone. I'm not sure, but we're gonna do that in just a sec. But before we do that, a couple of things. We've got a roadmap. Take a look at it. Packed full of stuff.
Yep.
This should be pinned on the subreddit.
It's on the
already.
subreddit,
It's
yep.
also pinned on Twitter. So you can check it out, either of those places. Quick personal note, I'm going to be out for like 4 months because I made the decision to spawn a child into the world.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. You know, for this guy. It's
But yeah,
amazing.
I'm going to raise him to be a little knight. I'm going to put a lance on the stroller. Other babies better get out of the way.
You're already doing it right. You're doing it right.
But yeah, so I'll be out for like a while on parental leave. So if you don't see me, I didn't die or disappear. I just had a kid. So, but yeah, I think that's everything.
They didn't touch.
Do you have anything else to
Seems
mention?
like a lot. I mean, we got a little reminder. Are we rating?
Yeah, we're gonna raid somebody.
Raid
I
somebody.
think if Havoc's live, we're gonna.
It
raid
wouldn't
them. If
even-
not, we're gonna
it
raid
doesn't
someone
surprise me
else.
that they
Either
didn't
way, just say raw.
Touch a lot of the characters.
Raw.
Yeah, just
Alright.
am raw. I'm in a conk mood. I've seen a lot of good conk
Okay,
love
well,
lately. Like somebody,
Since they're ending out, I
players
think I'm
invented their
gonna
own
head
game
out
mode
too.
where
Got
it's
some
like all
stuff and
conquerors
editing to
on
do,
the
but
bridge,
thank you all for showing up.
just,
Oh, what'd you say,
like,
John?
fighting, and they can only use bash.
What?
And it's
Ooh,
like
yeah,
knocking
good
each other
job.
off the bridge. It's great. It's the best.
Yeah, I got my
best shit I've seen in a
MP7
minute.
gold. Next is
30
my ACR.
seasons and y'all still surprise me. I love it. It's amazing. So.
So
4
thank
months
you so much for
maternity
tuning
leave.
in, and we can't wait to see how you guys react.
We
to
only
the new
got 6
season, to
weeks.
all the stuff
Ubisoft
we
must
got
be
going
on
for
something,
ya.
dude.
Don't forget to follow us. Follow
yeah,
us on all the places.
thank you all for showing
we're
up.
At For Honor Game.
Oh yeah, this was
almost
super fun.
everywhere, and
I appreciate you all showing up as always.
For Honor on,
And yeah, make sure you guys have some fun. And I know
thank you
you'll be
again for
torturing
tuning
people
in.
with that
We'll
Orochi
see you
stuff,
guys
and I'm
on
going to be getting
Friday.
that execution. So yeah, have a good one, everybody.